Did she just say Andrade El Idolo? Oh my God, it is!
Yeah, he's a big-time in-ring product, no doubt about it.
I will be the new face of all elite wrestling.
Welcome to Jobbed Out, the wrestling editorial that reminds you of what waits in the shadows, or in las sombras, if you will.
El Idolo!
This is what I loved about the old Monday Night Wars. It felt like every week somebody would jump ship from one company to the other. That died off when the WWE competition did, and new generations lost that excitement of wondering which of their favorites would end up where. Well, unless you count the draft lottery, and I don't. Not 1 week after All Elite Wrestling added Mark Henry to their roster and brought in Lio Rush for a pop, and only a couple days removed from WWE cutting loose some names that will make any company better, AEW struck again during a very special Friday Night Dynamite. Interrupting Mark Henry's debut was none other than Vickie Guerrero. Vickie had been a bit of an odd duck so far in the company. She doesn't have much cred, at least compared to the other legend-turned-wrestlers, and save for some appearances on Dark, she gets nowhere near the screen time they do. In fact, it seems like Nyla Rose's career has taken a steep decline since becoming associated with Vickie. It was clear something needed to change here, and a fresh face might be the hot ticket. Enter El Idolo. The former La Sombra turned Andrade Cien Almas officially became All Elite tonight, aligning himself with Guerrero in a move that everybody both saw coming and still couldn't have predicted. It was quick and to the point. He came out, said he was going to be the face of All Elite Wrestling, and left. No confrontation, no feud, nada. And you know what? That's all he needed. Remember, this is the guy who only a year ago had been a major part of the Performance Center era of Monday Night Raw. A guy who got next to no momentum because McMahon and company decided that he doesn't speak English well enough to be the face of the Latino demographic. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I don't expect Andrade to be challenging Omega for the top title here. In fact, based on the roster they have, he might very well fall between the cracks. I mean, they've already got Phoenix, Penta, Serpentico, Angelico, and Pac, all of whom can go all out in a lucha style. But Andrade does have something going for him here, and that's how he's overcome the doubters before. When Andrade joined the WWE, he shed his mask and took both a name and a look that people just couldn't get behind. Look at this Chippendale douchebag. His English was poor and he wasn't given mic time, and I personally remember how his match at NXT TakeOvers would always be the one I cared the least about, only for him to be a pleasant surprise bell to bell, and end up being match of the night. He ended up having NXT's match of the year back in 2018 that still stands as one of my favorite of all time. Now my only concern here really falls with Vickie. It's no knock on her, but we really need to get past this whole shrieking at the top of her lungs thing. I can still hate somebody and think they're an effective heel without having to worry if my ears are gonna bleed. Fans had known pretty much since Andrade's release from WWE that he was gonna end up here, but the general hope was that he was gonna be reunited with Zelina Vega, who did wonders for both of their careers in NXT and in the no-crowd era of Raw. I think that's why it was important that Andrade just speak a little bit tonight on Dynamite. He didn't have to cut a wicked 5-minute scathing promo, he just needed to show us that he can talk. We already know Andrade can wrestle, and now he's in the company where they focus on the wrestling, where they're gonna give him those NXT-length matches so he can put on a clinic. I can tell you I'll enjoy watching pretty much every match they throw him in as long as I don't have to see him go up against Alberto El Felon. Now this is all my opinion though, and I do want to ask, what do you think about Andrade joining All Elite Wrestling? Is he a good fit for the company? Do you think he'll do well alongside Vickie Guerrero? And curveball here, we've seen a lot of WWE names jumping over to All Elite Wrestling, but who do you think will go the other way? And I don't mean like the AEW Dark tryouts who get signed to the Performance Center. I'm talking major storyline weekly staple of AEW programming. My money? Private Party. Maybe Big Swole. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more because I want you to be a part of this conversation too. For now though, I better get my shoulders off the mat, so thank you for tuning in to Jobbed Out. I'll catch you next time.